Hello everybody. Maria here, your health and wellness and fitness coach at BFABU. I'm sitting outside getting some sun, actually the first time I come outside today. And I came out because I wanted to share a story that recently was shared with me. And it really bugs me, it really frustrates me to hear these things, and I think that matters quite a bit. So this is a story about this person's husband who is in his, approaching late 40s, and he is, physically looking fine, meaning that his weight is a good weight. He is about, I want to say probably a 5'10", 5'11", maybe. I might be mistaken on that. 172 pounds, which is quite thin. He lost some weight during this pandemic, according to this person. And so he wanted to reach his doctor for a consultation about something else. And the doctor said, "Hey, I haven't seen you in 5 years. You got to come by over here, before I can talk to you more about it." And like most men, seems like they don't like to go to the freaking doctors, right? They avoid it. They avoid any issues. They don't want to spend their time doing that. And I'm not going to go down to the behavior of a man in this case. I'm going to stick to over here to what happened in that session. Obviously this person wasn't present. It was just the husband told her what happened. So he goes to the doctor. This doctor is a female doctor, shorter than he is, about 5'2", and heavier than this man is. And again, most guys there don't think certain problems are problems. Certain things, they don't think that irritation and eczema is a problem, so they don't kind of mention. And they don't think that some of maybe depression is a big deal, because as a man, seems like guys, they want to be strong and there's something they can deal with it, and they are gonna go forward. And then there is a few other things in the body going on. But she run the labs, and the lab seems to be normal, and he just basically told us, well, I kind of, I eat this and that and that. And according to his wife, he eats a lot of junk. She's a healthy kind of nut. And I say healthy nut is, she focused on eating healthy foods, whole foods, and not much processed foods, to control her inflammation and control her hormones the best possible way through foods, right? So she can minimize some of the health concerns that she has on her own. And then he goes on to, not to list all those details of junk foods that he does eat, but he does mention, well, I eat pizza, a couple times a week and all that kind of stuff, and she just looks at him and says, well, that's normal, nothing to worry about it, you're looking fine, and so on. Folks, this is irritating, because first of all, she doesn't do a full detail on this guy's health, right? Doesn't ask specific questions after 5 years not being in the office. She does not ask specific questions to really dive and to extract this extra information I mentioned a minute ago. Second is, would you really take recommendation of, a doctor who is overweight and says that really eating junk food is okay to do it? I wouldn't. First of all, so this guy, by the way, goes to his wife and says, my health is great. Doctor says I have nothing to be worried about and to be concerned about. And he goes on to live his life. And, and that is fine, but not really. It's, stay quiet in a way, because now this man has been validated by a physician who is, don't know this physician, but to me seems like not really maybe to the up-to-date on what really, inflammatory foods like pizzas and all this other junk stuff that he's eating does to the gut, which will impact, his skin, which is in the case of eczema that he's got, right? And also how much the gut is related to the brain, and how much that can impact really his mood, his irritability, his downtimes and depression and things like that. She's absolutely ignored all those kind of stuff, and instead says that it's okay to continue doing this. This bothers me. It bothers me a lot, because you know what? Lucky this guy doesn't have weight to lose yet, folks, yet. Okay, it's very clear in the science now that just because you eat and you don't gain weight easily, that you're not impacting your health. Okay, you're not impacting the health of your cells. You are. Okay, you are. I was. I had pre-diabetes, I get chronic digestive issues, I have several other issues, irritability, food focus, yada yada, right? Cravings, right? I controlled, okay, my weight by what? By throwing up, by eating sugar, not eating real foods. Look, it's not good. The impact that I did to my health and to my gut, and God knows what else, because I did this for years, and cannot know until later in life what kind of damage I've done, right? It's something that we cannot ignore. We cannot just pass this on and not pay attention to what is going on, to what we put in our mouth, and to just listen to a physician, who is totally ignoring this. This looks like doesn't have the education to really support a person as they age. Just because you look healthy, because you're not overweight, does not mean crap. Does not. And I'm a definitely one of those people. So is this person who told me about it. Okay, this person is suffering from psoriasis to digestive issues, to depression, to all this kind of stuff, and she is changed her life in many ways to heal naturally. You look at her, she's not overweight, she's lighter than me, for God's sake, right? And when she went to the doctor years ago to start dealing with this seeking health, because she was seeking answers on her own research, the doctor totally ignored her. Folks, please do not ignore the symptoms that the body's telling you every day. From you not feeling well, from you having, stomach issues, for you having acid reflux, for you having irritability, for you having cravings, for you having the ability to not lose weight. Okay? Most people come to me because of weight, right? They are seeking to lose weight and stick with that. Right? And there is multiple approaches, that I apply to help people. But in reality, you have to really dive into what's going on in that person's life, right? Remove the debris out of the way. But yet, again, we cannot ignore this. And if you are a man and you're listening to this, please, let's talk, okay? And one more thing that I definitely encourage, I do this for about every person I work with. Okay, I do what is called a functional blood chemistry analysis. I take the lab work that you did with your doctor. Sometimes, if it's been a while especially, I make my own list of recommendations of labs to be a comprehensive, because unfortunately certain MDs are not running all the tests. This has just recently happened to one of my newest clients. I gave her the list, the doctor totally ignored. We cannot do a proper functional analysis. What this functional blood chemistry analysis does is really dives deep into what is potentially becoming a problem that based on the normal you cannot know what's going on, right? So many imbalances could be going underneath, so many deficiencies that according to the normal, which is based on a population who is not very healthy, you're being a distribution over here, right? And a distribution of a population that 70% is somewhat not very healthy. And now we're all being compared to that. I'm sorry, I don't want to be compared to that. Lifestyle has changed over the years. The stress levels is individual. I mean, it's to the roof. We cannot be compared to statistics that it really does not apply to our living today. So functional blood chemistry analysis does that. know, so many customers, people come to me and we do this and we start diving and say, oh yeah, oh you're normal, but not really. Oh yeah, that explains why I'm feeling this way, that way, that way. Then we can put, you know, holistic approaches to dive into this and to start replenishing the body and changing lifestyle slowly and steady, so the person, you know, improves the quality of their life and their energy, start losing weight, right? And really creating more space in their lives to do what they love the most, okay? Because at the end of the day is that you want to feel happy in your own skin. Everybody does, right? And this is a journey. It's not something that you do like at 21 days, 30 days, 60 days. No, forget about that crap. This is about a lifestyle, right? So anyway, I wanted to share with you this because it really, you can probably sense that I was irritated, you know, by this advice that I mean, God, how many millions of people are getting. Simply not inadequate. I want you to question. In your looks, folks, just because you're physically maybe looking, you know, in a health way, I want you to ask deeper questions and really don't ignore this. What else are you feeling, right? How much energy do you have every day? What kind of other things that your body's telling you that you might be ignoring because you don't want to see a doctor or you don't want to deal with it? I don't want you to worry today, but you know, those things catch up. The body is a beautiful machine, and it's gonna fight, but as it continues to fight, it's gonna deplete a lot of the body too, and then eventually it can be worse. So let's prevent that from happening. I would love to help you. If you need any help with any of this stuff, we can schedule some time and we can talk about all this. In the meantime, I wish you a wonderful day, okay? Go move your fanny, do something healthy for yourself. Whether it's to control your stress, whether it's to, you know, cook some healthy dinner, whether it's to swap some of the foods, drink less, whatever it is, take one action that will kind of improve the quality of your life today and help you achieve the goal that you want. All right? And I'll talk to you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.